everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, it's a matchup of two of the better quarterbacks in the NFC South. It's Cam Newton and the Panthers taking on Matt Ryan and the Falcons.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. First carry for Jonathan Stewart. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
This is Stewart again. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. Fielded at about the 28. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second down following the run. Freeman again. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 58 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Shrugs him off. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. Room here to run. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Newton gives off to Stewart. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. Uses the spin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. We'll see what they'll do here as they're up against a 4th and inches. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Stewart. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Freeman again, a first down carry. Room to run inside the 40. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
They run here with Stewart, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a run with McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Newton. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Got some real estate inside the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. A nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
QB split out wide now. They're in the Wildcat. It's the Wildcat with Stewart. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Hey, you know, switching gears for a second, we were talking before the broadcast about the 0-3 teams who might have the best chance to turn their season around right now. You got the Bengals, Browns, Chargers, Giants, and 49ers. Who do you think out of that group?
I'm going to go with the New York Giants. They play in a very tough division, as we well know. But the way the offense came alive in the fourth quarter against Philadelphia, if that continues to ascend, they have an excellent defense, supreme confidence, because remember, they went to the playoffs last season.
Right.
They think they can get back there with a quarterback who's done it at a big-time level before, in Eli Manning. So I would pick the Giants #1 to turn things around, but I'd keep an eye on the San Francisco 49ers. To me, that they are a team that's going to continue to improve throughout the year. The record at the end might not show it, but they're going to be awfully good down the road.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
To throw is Ryan. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Stewart. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Stewart on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The busy night continuing for Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
This is Stewart. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They're down here in the 3rd quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
play clock winding down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Bashed.
Super toe.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Taken in at the 22. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. Going to give it to Freeman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They run, Devontae Freeman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Freeman again. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.